All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's see if we can get this joint going. What up, Fear God in the building? See you got noties? That's dope. That is dope. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to finish off this back end stuff and then get into some of the things that I've been working on. All right. Ready to rock and roll. First, I'm not really gonna first like I'm gonna stock up on some stuff I need because I like taking clips of some of the stuff that I'm doing, and while I'm on live stream, I can't really get that done. So we're just gonna go and gather some resources for some key upgrades. In case you guys don't know, hit the like button on your way in and smash the subscribe button. You're new to watching. Let me let the Discord know too. Maybe we can get a couple people in here. That'd be great. Let me go into the city chat. Exclamation point. There it is. And so let me pull up the chat to make sure I'm good to go. All right. So I'm in this area here, all the way on the east side of the map. So Hernan is here. This is where we start out at. And all the way on the east side of the map, there's this area here that is great for resources. And I'll show you guys right now. First, I'll just get this long bone. Pause. I mean, this is a key area for birds too. If you want to stack up on, let's see. Yeah, it gives you large bones, bird meat. I'll show you guys right around this area right here. You see them spawn. I'll show you right now. Yeah, they should be all over there, right? No, it's not there. It's over. Wasn't that over there? Yeah, maybe I'm thinking. Maybe I'm thinking it's over here. Let me double check it. Yeah, that. No, that's the. Oh, I think it's over that ledge. I think it's over that ledge. Anyway, you'll find a lot of flamingos and birds here. But the main reason why I come here is for the ore. And so I do a run every time they respawn, because you're always going to need this stuff. And I have the drill to maximize efficiency. I just want to show this real quick. In case you guys aren't doing this, just to maximize your efficiency, it shows you that you get a 10% chance to mine additional ore, which is great. And as you upgrade your drill, it increases to 20%. So that's dope too. Don't tell me you became Raiden with all the student items from MK. I do like this look. It does look like Raiden. I ain't gonna front. Maybe that's why I got it. But I just finished, upgrading my player, getting all the. We'll talk about it in today's live stream too. Getting everything in the place I needed to get in regards to what attributes I want to target, understanding the thresholds for attributes. So I got into all of that, and we kind of maximized the potential of our build. And now it's just a matter of getting every upgrade I need, and that involves mining all these ores. By the way, I know a lot of people are curious about Assyrian scales, these things right here. Nah, these are super important for upgrades. I'm gonna put this on the screen. I don't know if this one's gonna need it, but we'll find out right now if it needs Assyrian scales for the last upgrade. Let's see what it says here. Yeah, see, the last upgrade needs an Assyrian scale. So you see I have these three here in this in my standard inventory slots, but in order to get these things, they need to be sealed in your cuckoo pot. So as you see on the left side, I got a stack of them, and I got all of these off of one run. So I could show you guys that too. Um, Pretty dope. But right now we're just mining our ore so we can get to those upgrades. So that way I'm as prepared as I'm gonna be, because it's max crit rate. I'll show you guys here. Uh, Let me pull out my weapon first. If I pull out my weapon, just to show real quick, and we'll get into it a little later after I'm done with this ore. So what didn't I put the movement? No, it's attack speed. Okay, the movement speed took a drop, but that's going to come right back up on the upgrades. So as far as the attributes go, the crit rate, you want to max that out. So I got that to max level 15. And then attack speed, recently found out that your attack speed, it's at level 10. And although from level 10 to 15, you'll see a difference. Individual levels are, so from 10 to 11, they're incremental increases in attack speed. So the diminishing factor from 10 to 15 is greater than from 5 to 10. So we got it at the standard level 10 and we'll upgrade as we go. And then my movement speed, I wanted to get that to level 10, even though level 7 is just fine. I do a lot of exploring, a lot of running around. So I want to get that up. And that's going to happen with everything I got equipped currently as they upgrade. And that'll get to the standard level as well. So I got everything in the right place. And now it's just upgrading. Let's switch back to my drill and we'll continue upgrading. Super dope, especially going through the process of like upgrading the right equipment and then doing it efficiently is just dope. I guess I like this kind of choreless relaxation, and I like that the bosses are more difficult, so it gives more meaning to what I'm doing. Even though they recently added an update, they just added the update yesterday for difficulty levels. So if you find the game too difficult, you could adjust the difficulty level so bosses ain't that hard for you. I think that's pretty dope, but I'm going to leave it as is because I've been preparing for tough battles. That's exactly why I'm doing all this stuff. Let me see if I can get this here. I can. Zidan Dada in the building. Wagwandan. And I'm going to... There's a lot to mine here. As you guys see, I'm mining like some of the key resources. There's a lot going on here. And this could take you a while to get done in itself, which is great. Because you really stack up and then it puts you in a position not to need or want for anything. That's what I really like. So I make it, it's on my chore list. I play the game a lot. So, in a matter of like a one-day game session, by the next day, I'm able to mine all of this again. So tomorrow I'll be back here. If not, at the latest, the next day, I'll be back here mining again all these resources. There goes all the flamingos I was telling you guys about. So I have, let me make sure that my fire is imbued, and I'll show you guys what I'm going to do with this right now so I could get the most out of them. What I'll do here is I'll pull out my bow, and then I'll hit, as you see on the right side, it says focus shot with pushing in the left trigger and right trigger. So I'll push that in, and then I'll mark them with RB. So I'll mark the area 5 times, and then I'll hold RT to do a charge shot and watch the explosion. So all of them just got fried. Hopefully I have some there, unless it was like glitched and it was too far. But if I was closer, they would have all been right here. So it's like it glitched and I was kind of too far and then register. But yeah, that would have fried a whole group of them out. I'll try it next time from like this area here. But the reason why I marked it 5 times is so I could shoot 5 arrows. And you could only do that in focus shot. You guys got to check that skill. That skill is so dope. And I'm just now getting used to it, so it ain't like I'm a pro at focus shot, but I'm looking on different ways to add it to my game. By the way, this area is beautiful, and it might, you know, especially after fighting some boss fights, it might be like intimidating to come over here. But as soon as you realize that you know, as long as you're able to compete, you know, you make your build able to compete, you're not scared to go anywhere. And you get to kind of explore and see these different areas that offer so many resources. There's everything here, from ore to rare herbs, plants, wildlife, fruit. Everything is here. And I'm not talking about, I'm speaking about this general surrounding area right here. There's some boss fights over here too that I haven't gotten to. Already beat this game? No, I haven't beat it. I still got a long way to go. I know you didn't say you beat it. You don't even have the patience for this game, bro. You would be frustrated. Them bosses wipe you. Like, how the hell am I supposed to beat this effing guy? I already know. Them boys are no joke. But when you build your player up, it's like you wiping them. You're still gonna get hit, but you never, like, I don't barely die anymore. Like that's because I'm well prepared. I get all my meals and heals. I'm upgrading my gear. You didn't beat the game, bro. You would barely play this game, Don. And that's another thing. It's interesting you say that, because that's another thing. Beating the game is like getting 100%. But yeah, the storyline for sure. Passing over through the storyline, I understand that, because there's just so much more to beating the game. Like all the side quests that tell the story, that help add depth to the story. All that stuff is just super dope. When you see one side quest over here on this side of the map and their story line up with somebody else all the way on the other side of the map, it's like, damn, the devs went to work. They didn't play no games. There was like no stone left unturned. And I find it all intriguing, only because the devs are like respecting your efforts and time to explore the story. Come on. Oh, this is not one that looked like one to me. Am I tripping? There's one there. What up, Red? He said I beat the game in one day. Impossible. It's impossible. It's like literally impossible to beat it in one day. Well, then again, who knows? I'm sure they're gonna have speed runs on this game. I can't say it's impossible. I know you can't. I know it's impossible. I could say this. I know it's impossible to do all the side quests and the storyline. And I know it's impossible to 100% this game in one day, I could say. It's not enough hours in the day. Mm-hmm. So now that we done stacked up damn near everything we need, there's one more right there. I don't think there's anything else I need. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to upgrade. It would take 3 to 5 days with no sleep, non-stop. This is better than 2K. I could tell you, just generally speaking, I have more fun playing this joint. I don't know if this is ore, but I'll try it. It is. Okay. I need copper too. Copper is one of the rarest. I don't do copper runs. I could say I really don't do copper runs, which I should start doing, but even in this area, there's minimal amount of copper that you get. I know I hit it. Is that one? No. $5 super chat, game of the year. Appreciate it. Look at it, just broke right now. That joint was glitched. Appreciate it, Red. Thank you for the $5 super chat. But yeah, is game of the year by far for me. Is for me is leaning towards best of all time. That's what it's leaning towards. With as much time as I spent on this game, like nonstop, also feeling like I don't want to, like it's I don't want to sleep. I really just want to get up, make more content, and play this game. You know, find out more stuff. Those are like, it's rare that a game has me this immersed. And there's been some takers out there like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, Zelda for sure. I think we went around the circle. So around this whole island, I just went around in a circle, and you know, you get all those there's even more. Look at, you just kind of get all these resources, and all this stuff is used for upgrades. There goes some more copper, the rarest mineral. Also, while using this drill, you don't have to pick up, if you guys are seeing, it's automatically added into my inventory while I do it. It might take a little longer to do the drill sequence, but that's saved either by the amount of time that you're picking up the items. There's more copper here, good. Luckily I didn't miss this. Copper proves to be the most difficult resource. The least, I think that's iron right there. I need some iron too. There we go. Yeah. I need more iron. Iron is more common though. So you're saying this is better? Yeah, it's leaning towards better than Zelda for me. In fact, I'd say I know it's gonna be a better experience. Like, this is gonna take the top of the list for me. Not only that, my actions tell it. I enjoy making content about it tremendously. There's so many aspects of Zelda. It's highly influenced by Zelda, but there's so many aspects of Zelda and how they tell the story, but it's more like on a drone perspective. And Zelda doesn't have not even 10% of the level of combat that this game has. So it's like they took the inspiration from Zelda and then incorporated this insanely dope combat. I just love the combat. And how to chain everything together from your combat. So talking about that, I'll give you guys an example. So I think I just went back to Wind Slash. So just holding R1. So let's say I just hold R1 right here. It starts. Hold on. Oh, that's what I love too. I love the just regular hand-to-hand combat too. We'll get into that a little later. But yeah, just with my sword, holding R1 does that, and then my Wind Slash on that last move. And you see that running that way? That's gonna continue to hit enemies along the way. And what we recently found out, this is one of the first gears that I got, by the way. And then I stowed it away and put it back on yesterday. I had it on my secondary weapon, but I never used my secondary weapon. So just that alone, this one Wind Slash, this move right there, and then it keeps doing damage, right? We found out that has a tremendous amount of stagger on it, which is great for boss fights. So I put my Wind Slash back on my main weapon, but primarily when I want to dish out, so say I'm ready to dish out damage, I have Volcanic Eruption on here. So what I'll do is when I do my Turning Slash, by the way, I just want to add this as well. This move is called a Turning Slash. That move is a Turning Slash, like when you spin and slash. So on my headset, like the helm, I have gear on there that gives me 35% to that move in regards to damage. So now I got that plus 35%. Also, to add to that, I have this one gear on here, and I made videos on all this stuff. I have this one gear at the very top, which I could kind of pull up. Let me hit Y. This gear called Relentless. And what this does, it increases attacks, consecutive attacks. It increases them. It increases the damage on consecutive attacks. So whenever I'm doing my slash, I make sure that I hit it's consecutive attacks. So I'm making sure that I'm triggering my R1 to get that combo 1, 2, 3, and then turning slash. And that's the volcanic eruption there. But that's light. Now volcanic eruption is dope in itself, along with that combination of turning slash and all that increased damage. But where it really starts getting crazy is when I'm doing this and then I do that. And that's the fire along with the volcanic eruption. And lordy, when I say decimation, just decimation, that's another thing that I have on here. The crows is holding up. So it seems like the things that I got in the early game, like the crows pursuit, I'll show you guys right now. I'm showing it on screen, but I'll go into it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So ground surge is really dope. That's going to give me a ton of damage, along with the fire imbue volcanic eruption that you guys saw, that explosion. So it does these spikes from the ground and then has lava come up. That's ground surge. And then stamina transference for when I'm fighting against camps are great. So this way I could continue attacking because someone's always dying and it transfers their stamina. So you see my bar fill back up. So I always make sure I have that on. Wind slash is going to increase the stagger on boss fights. So that's been working out well. I got the Insight 3 so I can max out. This is the critical rate. So this allows me to get to max critical rate. And hopefully as I continue upgrading, I could remove this and put another AoE attack on there. But Crow's Pursuit, this one here, oh man, this has been the most beneficial, and this is highly regarded amongst everybody. This one here has been the most beneficial and universally impactful gear that I've had on my my build throughout my whole experience, from different from fighting hundreds of enemies at a time to fighting one boss. And it's not so much the damage that it provides, but there's multiple layers to this. With Crow's Pursuit, at when you have like enemies that are flying high, the Crow's Pursuit is so well targeted. Like it targets the enemy so well that it hits enemies that are flying high as well. So even with boss fights, I just use this to kind of uh chip away at their health bar, and then when they come down, that's when I give them the real damage. But there's always something chipping away. They also get that flinch when you're fighting against regular enemies. They get that flinch when this hits them, which opens them up for an easy clean kill. So many different layers to Crow's Pursuit. That's dope. And then when you're ready to dish out that damage crazy, that's when you add your ground surge along with the volcanic eruption. And Lord, does that joint dish out damage. And then, you have as a secondary. So if I want to swap my weapons, I have the Spirit Judgment and Hound's Claw. And it's really about like understanding how to activate them. So it says it here, if we're looking at it, it tells you exactly how to activate them. But for some reason, I think we're used to like other games and how they apply combat in their games. But this is why it's so dope in this game in particular. And it's very different from other games. It says right on the screen, Hound's Claw is RBA, and then Spirit's Judgment is RBB. So along with that combination, it's not like a matter like you got to press them together, RBA, RBB. It's not like you have to. You could just hold the starting attack button. That's RB. And that me just holding it gives me these animations, right? Let me go back to my other weapon so I can show you guys. Because now I don't have that. Now I don't have that wind slash on it. So you're going to see different. So this is just holding RB. That's the animation I get. As I'm continuing my animation holding, then you could apply mid combination while holding RB. I'll hit A, and then I do the Hound's Claw. Do you get what I mean to say? So instead of worrying about, oh, I gotta kind of tap RB and A at the same time, you kind of just let it play out and then apply which effect or orb you want. I have thought about dual wield. I have definitely thought about dual wielding. I just love my sword and have gotten so used to the 5 gears on my sword. Even though dual wielding might be great, and I might see myself doing that in the future, I just gotten so used to the animations on my main sword. Still using the Darkbringer sword, except took out that Aetor's orb. But yeah, I've gotten used to the combinations in combat while, people surrounding me and everything. I love the animations that I get. So what I was explaining is, it's just understanding what you're triggering. So if I'm holding RB and I hit A, I get that spin along with that slash. So if I'm holding RB and I hit B, he does that. And you just kind of got to know, you don't need to hit RB and B at the same time like you're button mashing. No, just hold it and then trigger what you want. You get what I mean to say? And I think that's what a lot of people are missing. So I always count my light attack as my starter to start the consecutive attacks. So I always kind of count this, and then I'll trigger, either while holding RB, I'll hit like RT right here. And that gives me that. Or while holding RB, I'll hit B. And that gives me that. Or holding RB, I'll hit A. As opposed to button mashing these things, and the same goes for like the extra power. I'll go RB, then do my turning slash. Oh, I don't got the weapon on, but then do my volcanic eruption. And that's gonna dish out loads of damage. And we found some more copper. Luckily I stood here, because I definitely don't want to leave this copper on the table. I'm glad I stood. But it's been super fun learning all this stuff. What up, Grayson? It is so awesome. The combos. I think the combos are insane too. I think this is one of the most advanced combat games in regards to, and I could understand why people may find it complicated, but in regards to like fighting multiple enemies, like I'm going this way, say I have this weapon out and I'm going this way with my combo, I'm always looking at my mini map. So if I'm going this way with my combo and I see the red dot approaching me from the back, then I'll just turn back this way. And I just hit down, because I see the red dot on my mini map and I know they're behind me, even though the camera doesn't let me see it. And then he'll start his combo chain the opposite direction. I said, man, it's so dope what they doing. I know more and more people are going to learn to understand it, and they're going to fall in love just like I did. And it took a while. It ain't like it was an automatic understanding, because it's so different from other games and how they apply combat. I love the meal system because, I'm able to go out prepared, which encourages exploration. And I love to explore and find new things and hidden gems, hidden secrets, tying things together. And I, in comparison to like a game like Elden Ring, I felt limited in exploration, because you never know if you turn this corner, you're going to run into a boss fight that's going to wipe you. I know some players love that. I don't particularly like that. I also love the music behind the game, that is so relaxing. And then when it's time to face a boss or something, the music changes to something more dramatic, so you could do it on your time. I think that's super dope as well. Just wait for the next update. You're gonna be able to. I know. I saw it. Yeah, I made a video. I made 4 videos today, Alan. I dropped 4 videos on all the updates. Yeah, I've been on it. I've been on it. I was gonna do it last night. The update came in last night, but it was already like 2 or 3 in the morning. I think it was 3 in the morning. And like, damn, if I stay up to do this joint, I'm gonna be exhausted tomorrow. And I know I wanted to live stream 2K. I think there's one more there. Is that one? I can't tell. No, I don't think that's one. All right, I think we're about done here. We stacked up on a bunch of ore. I'm gonna just head to the smithy to see if I have an option to upgrade something, or what I'm missing, what I need. But we'll go and check. I keep keep forgetting. I'm so used to. Everything you just said applied to dual swords is faster, more explosive with movement, in my opinion. I feel like you'll love it when you try. I think I will too. I think but I just got so used to the. I even got a sword ready for it, so I have been giving it some thought, and I know the higher level players are running dual wielding, so I think I would like it. I guess, you know, right now as I'm approaching more and more bosses, I want to maintain my defensive attribute, even though I know I've learned that it's a minimal difference because you develop this aggressive play style, so you're going to stay aggressive. And I'm really aggressive with my two-handed sword. It ain't like I'm thinking about blocking. So I'm already in that phase. I'm thinking about, let me reinforce my joints just in case too. So I'm working on some things like that Cuckoo crit rate 3 armor and the Cuckoo attack speed armor. That was one of the things that I had on my task list, and that's going to rearrange a lot as well. Let me see if I can upgrade anything. I liked what I got. I like what I got so far with everything that I have on now. Also, I wanted to put something out there, like using different gloves for different things, and swap my explosive shield depending on the situation. Exactly what I was going to get into as well, like using your gear to swap out for particular situations. And I think a lot of people just don't know how deep the system runs. Let's see what we can upgrade here. I would like to upgrade this. I just got 10 ore. I got a decent amount of copper as well. I would like to upgrade that, but I don't want to waste resources right now. I'm more so focused, even though if I upgrade this now, it'll be a front end investment to get more on the back end, because it increases to, I only got 4 ore though. I can get my hands on a lot more ore. I could definitely do that. But I want to get this to the 20% chance for more ore. For your next job. And I know there's a gear as well, so I've been working on that too. But I know there's a gear. Let me put this up. How many refinement upgrades do I need to get that up? So I'm at level 2, and I think I need to get to level 5, which we'll find out right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's at level 6. So I'm at 2. I need 4 more upgrades. 4 more is iron. Copper ore should make it. So yeah, copper ore is gonna make it. I got enough abyss artifacts. Bloodstone I have. Is this gonna be the iron ore that I'm lacking in? Yeah, so it's just the iron ore that I'm lacking in. So I'll make an iron ore run. The auto miner is nice, but you get less with it. I prefer the old-fashioned way. You don't get less with it. I was just showing that you get a 20% increase using it. This is what I was just talking about. Yeah, you get 20% more. You start out with 10%. It says it right here. So right on there, 10% chance to mine additional ore. And then as you increase it, you get the 20% chance. And I think that's great, especially for like that area I just showed you. And also the, I usually let my companion pick it up too. That's what I was doing. Nah, I do it a lot. So it probably happened a few times and you kind of disregard it, because I did the same thing when I first got it. I did it, and I even upgraded my pickaxe. But yeah, I did the same thing initially when I first got it. But then the auto pickup thing started becoming more handy. And then just yesterday, the day before yesterday, I noticed that it had a 10% chance to get more. So I was like, oh, I like this. And yeah, you don't only get one, because I've been doing it for a while. Then you get more. I just did it in today's live stream earlier. I just mined a whole lot of ore. We need copper. We need iron. So an iron run will get me these upgrades that I need. Let me see if I could pull this up right quick. Get me some locations for iron. Crimson Desert. Hide. And let me just get some locations for iron. I should probably put the Nexus Crescent. Iron. Here we go. Iron ore. There's so many locations for iron. But we want to be the most efficient. We get the closest location. There's a ton over here. Right by Haunted Hill, there's a ton. I don't remember the iron ore cave.
Let's work hard.
But I think I'm gonna go to this crescent here above the end. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm going to this one here because there's just a bunch over here. And I could stack up. I could stack up on that stuff. I should have made some coffee. I think I'm gonna make me some coffee. I don't really like traveling in the nighttime, but we'll do this quick iron run and then I'm pretty sure it's saying that it's over here. I don't have anything located here. I don't have an indicator that I've had iron here, but it's saying it's right around here. I'll just put some keys down. 2, then 3. That should be an easy run. Look at, we'll try to hit those 3 spots and see what we find. So it's gonna be right below that. Yeah, discovery, and it's right below. Okay. Perfect. And then we get some iron. That's why I don't like doing it at night as well, because everything is just a little harder to see. Can you stop moving, please? There we go. Thank you. There we go. That. I don't think that's one there. Nope, that's not one. So now I think that's about it for here. I don't see anything else, but I'll double check. Nice there. Nice there. Okay, now we hit the other location, which they're all in close. Let me see. I think the green one might be closer. Yeah, if I go to that one, I'll go to this one here, because I think the green one might be closer and then go out the way. Is this game your choice? It's definitely my choice, Frank Daniel. Yeah. I feel so relaxed when I'm playing this one, and it just covers all bases for me. A game of the year. Nope, not even a question. I do need to catch some of those things, because I remember I had a goal that said catch 5 weasels, 5 animals from the weasel family. It says it's around here. I'm gonna go to the daytime right after I do this little run, because it'll be easier. There we go. So we just discovered, so it's right below us. There we go. Is it here? I think this is it. Let's see. Yeah. This should give us enough ore. Two ore on that one. Oh, you know what? I should probably be putting. I forgot I set aside gloves for this stuff. I should probably do that now. So I'll switch to my mining stuff. Is that it? Yeah, resources? I'm pretty sure this is it, yeah. So I have like gloves for transactions and then gloves for getting additional items when you hunt, like additional hides. And I'm not sure if the additional resources to gather additional items that might be like gatherables, like plants and stuff. But although I noticed that in today's update, when they mentioned gatherables, they had ore in there. So I'm talking about this gear on these gloves. Let me show you. Triangle. Blessings of Nature, 20% chance to gather additional items. And when they use that same term in today's update, right under it, they mentioned insects, ore. And I said, yes. So that probably is reference to, you know, me mining, but we'll have to run some further tests and see. All right, how much ore? I think I could get over there and get this joint. Now I'm gonna remove these because I don't really like doing much at night. I can barely see. Sometimes I just go on runs that last me through the night, but it's more like fighting runs. If I'm fighting, it's no problem. And that takes me through the night into the day. But we're gonna see if we can upgrade now that we got this. We mine that ore. See how much I need. And this was to upgrade what I'm using. My goal today is to really upgrade some more of my weapons. I'm right now increasing my chance to gather more items at 20%. Like gather more
and see what skill
minerals while I'm mining. So we'll just get this out the way, get this upgrade out the way. I think it's necessary, and why not take an additional 10%? So I got 16. I don't think I'm going to have enough iron ore because that number is going to increase on the next 2 upgrades. But we'll see. I'll upgrade it. I didn't even have this in mind till I saw it today. Well, that looks good. I might be able to upgrade it. I might be able to get to the 20%. So I'll click that again. It only went up 1. 5 iron ore. That might be able to get me. I might have gotten just enough. Let's see what happens though. And then the bloodstone and the artifact, and that gives me the 20%, right? I'm almost certain that this one is the one that gives me. No, it's one more. It's one more after this. It went up to 6 ore. I might need to do one more mining run. It still says I'm gonna have. I think I need to do one more mining run. I could just wait, but I'm already here. We're 1 upgrade away from getting 20%, and I need 7 more ore. So 7 more ore will do it. And I might as well get the upgrade done and out the way so I don't have to think about it. Let's get this ore out the way. Let's find another location. We know we got some there. We got some. Well, this one is right by it, so I might do this one. Let's see here. Right by the D. So there's an iron thing right here. So that's already showing. And then there's one right around here. So we'll put another thing there. I hate that brown one. I gotta remember to remove that brown one. And then now we'll just spawn over there. That's my fault. Should have spawned ASAP over there. So we know we got one right close here. Get this last upgrade out the way. And then we'll move on out. What up, No Cap? No cap has entered the building. I need some coffee, yeah. Okay, so it's right behind me. Let's see if we get a little some. Is this it? Looks like it would have been here. That joint just hit me? Yeah, it just hit me. Being that it was high, I used that. Although I don't feel that that's an efficient way to mine when it's high. Is there one up there? That's why I don't like doing it at night. I'll just try one more time. No, that's not one. Gotta make sure that there's not one here. Let me make sure. Nothing. Oh, look at this some right there. Yep, that's one. Why did it not? But that was two. Nice. Nice. I like. So we just need a few more. I think we needed to get 7. Come on, give me a few more out of here. What time is it? 11:24. I feel like there's some out there. Can't really see because of this. Let me make sure. Let me just try this because I do need to get 7 of them. So I'm gonna just try to do one here. Nope, that wasn't anything. And I guess not. I guess not. All right, so now we're on to the next one, which was the brown one. Let's see what we get out of there. Come on, man. So let's see. Have you heard the game called Samson? I did hear about Samson. Yeah, it looks good. I'm interested in that one too, by the way. Now it's supposed to be here somewhere. It's probably right down there. Hasn't given me the notification yet. There we go. We got the notification and it looks like we're right here. All right. I don't understand why is it not gathering now. Okay, we were just talking about that. Got 2 out of that. I think we're like 1 away. And that might be it right here. I know I got at least 3 on the last run. And I got 2 right here. So that's clutch. And we're just 1 away from the upgrade we need to make everything else easier for when we're farming. There's another one, right? I heard it. I could have sworn I heard another one. Let's see. I don't think there's any more here, and I think we're good for the upgrades now. Is there more on this side? No. Alright, I'm heading out of here. Should have enough. I gotta remove that brown one because it ends up looking like these things you get for a cuckoo pot, the walls that you need to focus inside through, and I don't wanna be confused when I'm looking on my mini map later. I might have to say something about that. Like send a message to them. Let me make me some coffee. Because we're almost done with this upgrade for this game. coffee be made. Said I tried that get rich and powerful method you posted. Man, good looking. Wasn't that great? Wasn't that great? That was one of the best methods, Frank Daniel. Thanks for trying it and watching the video as well. But I'm still learning how to do the witch stuff. Really do appreciate it. I'll show you everything you need to know right now, bro, about the witch stuff. Because you don't want to mess this up when you're doing that walkthrough that I showed you. You don't want to mess that up. You say you want to see what drops. Can't wait to beat the Atumbra boss. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna show you right after this. We'll take a trip, and I'll explain it all. And as soon as you understand it, you're gonna be like, oh. And I'll even show you guys. I'll take some of my gears that I don't really need and show you guys. I did that yesterday. I don't know how many gears I have that I can show with, but it should be enough to kind of just explain the basic stuff. But yeah, you make a killing off of that method. The overpower, I gotta show you guys the gears, the overpowerness, the level of overpowerness. So we're just upgrading this last one. We just needed the last upgrade. Get this out the way. It's not a major upgrade for anything, but just an increase in percentage to mine additional ore. Now, mining ore has a lot to do with your upgrades. If we could increase the chance to get more ore by 20%, why not? It's an additional 10% from what I already had, because this thing gives you 10%. So now we increase it to 20, and we have everything we need. And we'll just upgrade this joint, get it out the way. I had no intention of even upgrading that thing up until today, but we mined so much ore that I was like, let's get this out the way. 20%, why not? Hey, thanks, No Cat. Appreciate it, man. My coffee is being made. All right, so now we're up to 20%. I'm looking forward to what results I get from that investment. And I want to work on getting my earrings, because what this is going to do is increase my movement speed. If these go to level 4 each, so that increases my movement speed to level 8. Generally, what's going to happen, the goal is, as I increase my equipment alone, my armor alone covers everything I need. So what this ends up doing is it allows me to remove certain gears. So for instance, I have the attack speed on here. I have 2 attack speed on these boots. When we go in, we'll see that I have Swift 3, 2 of them. I'll be able to remove 1 and go back to movement speed, which is great as well. These are going to have a super high movement speed. So this one has movement speed, this one has movement speed, and this earring has movement speed. These go to level 4 movement speed. I'm trying to get it to 10, around that area. So my attack speed is going to be 10. I'm trying to figure out, what was it that I need to upgrade to get my attack speed to 10 now? I already had this figured out yesterday. Yeah, attack speed. So yeah, I got multiple upgrades that we know are going to get that to 10. But I could have sworn I had it at 10 yesterday. I have 15 and 10. So let me go back. Let me go back to get this back on. Let me switch this, because I could have sworn I had it at 15 and 10 already. I'm going to double check now. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I have it to level 15 and 10.
Yeah.
Almost 100%. I'm sure, because I was tripping. I know I was tired last night, but I'm almost certain I had that to level 10 already. What in the... Oh, I don't have the gloves on. That's what happened. Okay. I knew I didn't. I knew something was wrong. I'm like, hold on a second. So yeah, my gloves get me 15 and 10. So I got to get that back on. I had my mining gloves on. So now we got the Tarif cloth gloves, and you see my attack speed is now 10. 15 and 10 is exactly where you want to be at this level in the game. And it could take you to the end game easy. You get incremental adjustments from 10 to 15, but more impactful adjustments in your attack speed from 1 to 10. So we got that exactly where we need that to be. The critical rate is at level 10 when I pull out the weapon that I use. I mean, the critical rate is at level 15 when I pull out the weapon that I want to use. And then my upgrades take my movement speed from level 7 as I upgrade these from level 7 to like 10, 11, or 12. So dope stuff. Excuse me. Frank Dan, you still here? Let me know if you're still here, because I'll just go to the witch right now. Matter of fact, let's go to this joint and I'll show you guys the witch stuff right quick. Because if you do that method that Frank Daniel was talking about, and then, you know, everything happens, that's the easy part about it. You know, doing the fighting is the easy part about it. But then when you get to the witch, that's where it kind of proves to be a little more complicated for folks. So I'm just going to get some gears that I could probably get rid of. I don't know how many they are, but because I cleaned this out yesterday. I'm going to the site. There we go. But yeah, we got some pretty crazy gears. And these are all like greater abyss gears. Let me see what I got here. It's the Abyss Bane. Greater Abyss Bane. And then Greater Beast Bane. 40% damage to beasts. This one is 40% damage to abyssal creatures. This one is a Greater Frost Word, which was only a level 5 ice resistance. I don't even know why that was a thing when you could just put on a helm and get the level 5. But yeah, we got some pretty dope stuff. I'm gonna see if we can take some level 2s. I could take this. I could take this. Composure. I don't want to take level 3s. We could take Destruction 2. We could take that. I'll sacrifice that. I don't know if we got any other level 1s. Let me see if we got any other level 1s. Yeah, we got a Vigor level 1, but I don't know if that's a recipe. But I'll take this level 1 just in case. Fortification level 1 as well. Yeah, so we could take that. And we'll upgrade that. Oh, these are all level 1s? Hold on, I did this yesterday. So why do I have 3 level 1s? Oh, I remember. I was, damn, I remember why. Now I don't know if I want to take these. Because I'm thinking of making a video about a purely defensive build and see how it fares, because everybody talks negatively about the defense. So I was just going to kind of make a video and run those tests. I think I'm still going to do that. So I'm going to keep these. I'm going to keep these. I'm going to keep those on there because I want to make sure I get that video done. Fortitude, so all defensive ones I'm keeping. Haste 3, Haste 2. We could take Haste 2. Greater Abyss Bane, Greater Hexabane, 40% damage to earthen beings. Infinite Arrows. That's pretty dope. I have 2 of those. I might could put another one on. I don't know what I got on my bow. Let's double check what I got on my bow. So I might could put that on right now. I might have a free slot. I think I do. I might have 2 free slots. Yeah, I do have 2 free slots, so we'll put that on right now. We'll go to the witch and put that on. Howling of Chaos. That's a Malice Bane 2. We got a Malice Bane 3. Should I take this one? That's 8% damage to mighty foes. I know I'm going to regret that later on in the game, but we could always continue to do this stuff. So I'm going to take this. Kinetic Burst, I want to make a video on that. That's like hand-to-hand combat. Insight 2. What is this? Do I have an Insight 2 here? There's an Insight 3. So let's swap out the Insight 2 for the Insight 3. We'll swap that out. And then I'll use the Insight 2 to create some more gears at the witch. Queen's Fang, Ren 2. I could take these. It's 5% against leather armor. I know I won't find myself using this unless I get like a Ren 3. Shatter I want to get. That's Shatter 2. I want to hold on to that till I get the 3. But we'll take one of these, and then I'll always have a Ren just in case. Shatter 2, Shatter 2. Hold on. Oh, this is, what is this? Oh, this is shred. Okay, shatter and shred. That's right. Bugging. Slashing reeds. I just recently took off slashing reeds. Swift 2 we could put on, so that'll help us. Plus we'll clear out some stuff as well, so that's good. Now we can show what is looking like. Kind of show what it's looking like at the witch. Go back over there. Then go to the woods. Confirm. Just kind of showcase. I didn't get my coffee yet. All right. This is so folks don't make any mistakes during this process. I got it down to a T. So, especially with that method that I had, that Frank Daniel was referencing, you know, going to fight the frost enemies, relieving them of their weapons using shield bash, and then removing all the gears from those weapons that you gathered. What happens is you end up with a super ton of gears, like a lot of gears. But I think people are mistaken with how the process actually works. And I know I gotta embed infinite arrows, so we'll start with embedding that so we can get that out the way. Embed, that goes in the bow. I already have 3 infinite arrows. I could actually make infinite arrows 3, which I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna make an infinite arrows 3. So we already have infinite arrows 2. We're gonna extract this actually. It's infinite arrows. What do I have? 2 and 1, right? All right, so I don't know. We'll extract this, make a 3, and then I'm pretty sure I can. Let me extract it. That's embed. I was gonna embed it into the free slot. Extract the bisque gear. Go into the bow. Infinite arrows 1 and infinite arrows 2. I have another infinite arrows 2, so I'll extract this. I'll take this off of this weapon. So now I'm gonna have 2 level 2 infinite arrows. And hopefully, let's see if it allows me to
meet again.
Craft. No, I don't have it for infinite arrows. That's what it is. So being that I have 2 of these, I'm gonna put them on the weapon. I'm gonna embed them both back on there. Put those and then embed, and I'm going to show you guys what this means when you embed these 40% chances. I'm going to see how much it stacks up. That's what I really want to check on. How is it stacking? So you see on the left side, on the right side, what it's turning to 40, 40, and 20. About 80% chance that you don't even consume an arrow. And infinite arrows regenerate. So I got infinite arrows that regenerate alone. And if there's, that's 100, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, that's 100% chance. So as it stands right now, I shouldn't be wasting any arrows at all. So my arrows, I shouldn't have to worry about it. But what we're going to do is we're going to back out of here. Matter of fact, I don't want to do that because I got to walk so far in order to pull out my weapons. So don't let you pull out weapons in the area.
See what calls to you.
But this is what we're doing. We're going to craft the bisque gear. We already know we got some gears that could work under special synthesis. As you guys see, these 2 options. If you only have level 1 gears, you see it says Vigor 1, Hexabane 1. I always start with level 1. My tier 2 gears will open up the tier 2 menu. So if I don't have any tier 2 gears in my inventory, then I'll only see tier 1 Abyss Gear Fusion. I always start here regardless so I can maximize how many tier 2s I'm going to get. So even though I have this option to create one, I have level 2s in my inventory to create this. I'll start here first, always at tier 1. I'll make this. See what it gives me. See if it gives me a level 2. I got a Primal Bane level 1. So we're going to see if we have another level 1 gear, and we'll go right back to Special Synthesis. We do have a level 1 gear because the tier 1 option is open. It's going to use what I just got, the tier 1 Primal Bane, and it's going to use my Ascent level 1 as well, and we'll craft it again because we're trying to get particular gears, and neither one of these are what I want or would need right now. Not that Primal Bane is bad, but I just don't have room to put that on my weapons or gear, and I'm not in the position right now to make that happen. Those are like situational, and you want to make sure you have it available. But if that was a level 3, I'd definitely put it away. So I'm going to craft this again, being that we still have level 1 gears. We'll craft it up again. And it gave me a Flame Word 1, another one that I find useless. So now we know we only have 1 level 1 gear, or we don't have 2 level 1 gears that can make Special Synthesis. So now the menu takes away the tier 1 option, and now it's only showing you the tier 2 option to use the tier 2 gears that you have in your inventory right now. And these are 2 of the gears that I have in my inventory. So now I'm on level 2, and when you're working from level 2, you have a greater chance to get level 3 gears, which will open up the level 3 menu if you have 2 of them. So we'll just see what happens. We'll see what the combination of this one gives me. If it gives me a level 3, then we'll work to get another level 3. And then from there, we'll work the tier 3 synthesis to see what it gives us from there. I'll make that. It's like a casino type thing, but except in levels. So I got a greater Flame Word and a greater Beast Bane. So these are both great. I'll show you guys right now. They're both great. These are the highest and best gears you can get in the game. You guys are just seeing it for yourselves. Where are my gears at? All right, right here. We just got, so we'll sort by date. We just got the greater Flame Word, which is fire resistance level. I probably will put that one back because I don't really even like the Flame Words. But we got the greater Beast Bane, which is 40% damage to beasts. So we're gonna hold on to that. We'll probably get rid of Flame Word because I'm never make use of that. And then we'll continue on. Yeah, we still got some more tools to get. All right, we'll continue on. So, but the greater Abyss gears are what you're looking for in the late game. And again, you're gonna use those as situational. Those they have durability on them. So you don't want to just have them break away on you. You wait for a boss fight and then equip it, or have it equipped on a particular armor that you equip, and you go from there. But we'll go back into workshop, go back into craft the Abyss gear, then right to Special Synthesis. We have tier 2 Abyss Gear Fusion. Is going to use my Malice Bane and my Swift. We're going to accept that. I'll click confirm. And now let's see if it gives us a level 3. I'm looking to get a level 3 so you guys can see it. A Fortitude level 2. Not good enough. Hopefully we do. We still have 2 level 2 gears, which allows us the option to select the menu tier 2 Abyss Gear Fusion. I'll select that. And see if it gives us a level 3. If it does give us a level 3, that'd be great. A level 3 Swift. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's a good gear. That's your attack speed gear. I could work with that. And when you don't have any gears, like you don't have 2 level 1 gears, you don't have 2 level 2 gears, you don't have 2 level 3 gears, the menus are not available. So what's dope about that glitch, cheating the system, that I made a video about, is a very popular way to get these gears up and maximize, your output. You get so many gears from doing that, and that process there take you like a half an hour, going through all the tier 1s and tier 2s and getting more tier 1s through that process, and then using that to upgrade to tier 2. Same thing, stacking tier 2s until you use that to upgrade to tier 3, so on and so forth, until you got nothing but greater Abyss gears and some really dope abyss gears that they have on offer. So we're gonna put this stuff away. I got my bow with 3 of those, infinite arrows, and I think we could put this all up. I want to get rid of these. I want to get rid of the frost words. Got the greater joint. I might have it just to have it. I haven't taken a picture of that, so I should keep them. I'm gonna take a picture of that because I want to talk about why that's a greater gear and it only giving you 5% of a level 5, you know, flame or freeze resistance. That don't make much sense, especially if it's a greater one. Inventory management is king. I noticed that too. At least for me, I got that OCD. So, you know, this is perfect for me. I got a destruction too. We're going to put all these up. So whenever I come back from a big fight, I try to get to my inventory management so this doesn't get over cluttered. And things start getting lost in the mix of all this stuff. And then you have like very basic items taking up key slots. You kind of don't want that. So I'm going to take this water because it might be able to add to the slot I already have open. And I will eventually kind of get rid of these. I don't necessarily need all of these. I think I'm going to get rid of them now. I don't ever use the insects. It's beneficial for folks who aren't like so focused on developing their build. They're more focused on, say, going right into battle, completing the storyline. These would be like very beneficial for y'all because you're not necessarily upgrading your skills or you're doing side quests to increase your XP to get more artifacts to upgrade your, you know, all that stuff. So these will come in handy, meaning like your stamina is probably not as full as it can be. So you might need one of these things that help you with stamina or health. Not to mention use these for crafting. And I do got to get rid of these. I'm at 300 slots. I have a lot of slots. I'm at 340. So, and as I upgrade, the quest just opened up for my faction. And I'm trying to see, I just saw it last night before I went to bed. I want to see if there's a... I guess I got to continue with this, with the Payloon joint. Let me see if it opened up here. Oh yeah, no, secure resources. I'm still got to continue on so I can get that guy, the engineer. Prepare to rebuild, and then well-stocked coffers. So it still hasn't opened up. I got to continue my process. But on that note, yeah, I showed a lot in this live stream. Maybe I'll use some of it for videos to upload. I appreciate you guys tuning in, man, kicking it. I'm having a hell of a time on Crimson Desert. So I'm looking forward to growing the community, the Crimson Desert community here. I'm on chapter 9. I'm on chapter 9. And I haven't even been focusing on... Yeah, I'm on chapter 9. I haven't been focusing on the story like that. So I just wanted to advance the story enough so it doesn't affect certain side quests and certain progressions. I'm thinking one of the next things that I'm going to do is focus on those sanctums. And get that out the way. But on that note, yeah, I'm wishing you a safe and blessed one, man. I'll